Hey, so let's make this really cool wristlet together. You can only find this wristlet kit at home on Hayloft, and it comes in a variety of different colors. So this is just one of the colors, but I'm gonna show you how to create half of a square knot so that has this cool little twist, and then a full square knot to get that pattern. And then at the very end, a gathering knot to tie it all off. So let's just get started. You've got your keychain hardware and 2 pieces of string. So you're gonna take one piece and you're gonna meet the ends together and flip it over while you're still holding the other ends. So it's like a rainbow. You're gonna put that rainbow on top of your keychain, and then you're going to tuck the bottom of it, like where the ends are, through the keychain and through the rainbow. And then just pull that, the bottom, the ends, and then you should have that nice little detail there. So you're gonna do that for your second piece of string. Meet the ends, flip it over, so it's a rainbow. Put the rainbow on top of the keychain. Tuck the ends or the bottom of the rainbow behind or underneath the keychain, through it, through the top of the rainbow, and then pull them all the way through. And then pull that down. So you should have 2 that have a really nice little detail there. And then you're just gonna hook that to a clipboard or a piece of masking tape on a table. Works really well. You can tape it down, or if you want to stand and do this, you can tape it on a wall too. So we're gonna take all 4 cords and we're gonna create that little spiral first. You're gonna take your left cord, you're gonna cross it over all of them. You're going to take the far right one and pull it out so it's on top of the one you crossed over. That same one you just pulled out, this is our working cord. We're gonna tuck it through under this space, underneath the middle 2, and through to that side. Under the middle 2, through to the left. And then you're gonna pull the outer ones, and then the middle ones stay down, like taut. So that's the first knot. So you're gonna do it again. I want you to do it a total of 8 times. So you take your left cord, cross it over all 3, pull the right one out. So now it's on top, and it's your working cord. That one that you crossed over first, you don't do anything else with it. Once you cross it over, that's its only job. This one goes underneath, around those middle 2, over to the left, and then you pull. So that's 2 times. So we're gonna do a total of 8. And while you are knotting, you're gonna notice that the cords are gonna start curving and turning on you. Mine already are. That's okay, just work with it, okay? Or just encourage it. It doesn't matter which one's left or right, as long as it's always your outside ones. So mine just flipped. So now this one's my left, this one's my right. You just wanna make sure that the 2 middle cords, that they aren't like twisting and turning. You wanna keep those guys pretty flat. Otherwise you're gonna have like a weird bubble there. And the way I count them, if I lose track, is you can see these little knots on the edges. Just count those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 2 more knots to make. There's 7. And then 8. Okay, and then you should have a nice little spiral there, like a little turn. So now the rest of it is going to be the square knot. We're gonna do many of those. So to do your square knot, It's the same thing. Cross over your left cord, pull the right one out so it's on top, tuck it underneath, pull it to the left, and pull up. Now the second half to finish that square knot is you do the same thing but reverse your cords. This is where it gets tricky. Take your right one, cross it over all of them, pull the left one out so it's on top. That's the one that goes underneath and through to the right. So the same thing, but you just have to switch your brain up, which can be tricky. But you'll get the hang of it because we're gonna do, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 knots, okay? And again, for those, I just counted like those outside bubbles. That's how you can keep track. So that's 21 to go. All right, so my left cord goes over top. My right one comes out and then underneath the middle two. Now my right cord goes over top. My left cord comes out and now that one's on top. And that's the one that crosses underneath and through to the right. Doing the left side is always pretty easy, but then going back and doing the backwards, the right side is always tricky for the brain. But take your time, you can do it. All right, so I've got 3 done. I'm going to go ahead and finish mine, and then I'll get back to you to show you how to do this on the other half and finish off our wristlet. So now I have 22 square knots there. So now I'm gonna use what's left to create another twist on the other half of my wristlet. So I'm gonna just move this up so you can see it a little bit better. And I'm gonna take the left one, cross it over all of them, pull the right one out, and tuck it underneath to the left. Do this 8 times. That's 1, 2. This will just feel like a breeze after doing all those square knots. 3. And remember, as the cords turn and flip, just roll with it. Let them switch, which one is left and which one's right. Otherwise, you'll be just twisting your hands and your arms all crazy trying to get this knot. Okay, so I've got all 8 of mine, and now we're ready to finish it. So in your kit, there was a white piece of string. That's what we're gonna use to tie it all together. So I've unclipped that. I'm also going to cut off my really long pieces that I have here. I just don't need them, they're in the way. You can save those for any future projects you wanna make. And you're going to take your keychain and put the end to the top. So you're just gonna meet that, the end of it all the way up to the top. Oh, mine's coming undone. And I leave some of like the loose ends towards the top. I don't put like this finished knot right with the other knot. That's gonna be really hard to tie around. It's gonna be too bulky. So I put some of just these loose ones up there and hold those together. Then I'm gonna take my white one and I'm gonna put that in the mix. I'm going to loop it around my 2 fingers. So it's just holding like that right next to my other ones. Loop it around 2 fingers, cross it over the front so it's on top of my thumb and on top of all of those other ones. And then I'm gonna grab it from behind. I'm gonna pull it tight. And then I'm gonna wrap wrap it around again and just pull it tight. I'm gonna wrap it around a third time and just keep it pretty tight. A fourth time, a fifth time. So you're going down 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna do 8 times. I think that should be good. And then I'm going to tuck it through that little loop that I have left over. So push it through. And then I'm gonna lightly hold this bottom piece while I pull that white top piece. I'm gonna pull it right up. And then you'll see that knot, it just slips right under there. And you can pull that bottom one to tighten that knot and make sure it stays there. So cool, isn't it? Its official name is the gathering knot, but I like to call it the magic knot, just because it like magically disappears. Super cool. Now in the front, you can flip it around. If you wanna like push down the white so that you have like this little knot detail sticking out, you can. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter. If you don't like see how you can see part of my loose ends there? So just take your loose ends at the top and pull them up a little bit. And you don't have to worry about it. Tighten that really well. Okay, I think that's good. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim off everything and trim it like right down to that white gathering knot that you did, right down to the base. And this piece too. Sometimes I like to leave a little extra hanging off. I don't know, it just kind of looks cute, especially if it's a piece of leather, but I'll leave that up to you. And then I always take my scissors and then just kind of poke in all those ends. There we go. And then to really make it even more sturdy, if you have like a little hot glue or even like some fabric glue is what I really like to use. Just stick that on the back there, just a tiny little bit on the top and the bottom. And that just ensures that it won't come like undone. It just makes it last even longer. I'm pretty hard on my stuff, so I don't know. I like to do that because I like things to last a really long time. And I'm just not the gentlest on them. And I've never had a problem with mine coming apart. So just a little tip for you, but that's it. And then, you know, try it out, see if it fits your wrist, and put your keys on it and you are good to go. Have fun. Thanks for buying this kit.